Hello and welcome to another beautiful edition of Eye on Port, your authoritative maritime current affairs television program that brings the port and maritime industry of Ghana closer to you and you closer to the port and maritime industry of Ghana. It is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Revenue Authority, Goyle Company Limited, Serene Insurance, and Ghana Link. Our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Remember, if you grab the Thursday edition of the BNFT, all that transpires here on Eye on Port will be found in that particular newspaper. Viewers, today we have a lot of interesting news and activities coming up, but let us begin with an engagement we had with an Assistant Commissioner of Customs on the state of transit trade through Ghana. The Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority has revealed that the incidence of diversion of transit-bound cargoes has decreased over the past year. Speaking to Eye on Port, an Assistant Commissioner in charge of transit, Peter Antobre Ofori, attributed this feat to measures put in place to protect the transit trade. He particularly praised Ghana Link Network Services, who are the technical partners of Customs, for the deployment of robust tracking devices on transit cargoes using Ghana's corridors.
Now the diversion is reduced because we have sophisticated, or I would say, yes, sophisticated devices that is affixed on every vehicle that is on transit. And these devices do give information to our monitoring, our monitors, which are fixed at dedicated offices in Accra, Tema, and other areas. And these devices give apt information. In fact, within 15 minutes, if you have diverted, it will give information. Right. And we have staff, our men, who are always behind the monitors, and they are monitoring to ensure the movement. And as we speak now, we have arrested a lot of vehicles who tried to divert.
The Assistant Commissioner in charge of transit at Customs, as a result, advised the shipping community of Ghana to desist from acts associated with cargo diversion, as they will be busted and prosecuted.
So if even someone is in Accra and he thinks he can conveniently influence an officer in Paga to put into our data that the vehicle had crossed, there are still the intervening stations which will give evidence that there was no movement, and therefore investigation will begin until the culprits are found. So now it is very difficult to divert.
The customs official also revealed that further initiatives are being adopted by the various customs authorities of West African states to protect the transit regime.
What is happening now is this. Now, presently, when your goods gets to the point of exit, like it gets to Paga, the transaction is closed. But between Paga and Burkina Faso, or between Hamile and Burkina Faso, there is that fallow land where anything can happen. And so they can...
We can call it no man's land.
No man's land, yes. They go there and then they can turn about and come in. And the transit regime now becomes smuggling. Right. Yes. We want to avoid all those. And so we are saying that instead of closing the transaction at Paga, the exit point, now we are closing the transaction at the point of destination, which is Burkina Faso.
Peter Ofori also revealed that the customs officials at the various mandatory checkpoints and exit points have been furnished with tablets to enable them expedite clearance activities via the integrated customs management system.
At the checkpoint, you know, one of the main impediment is the hours they wait on the road. And Ghana Link, with our collaboration with Ghana Link, provided and distributed expensive laptop, high quality tablets, not laptop, tablet, at our mandatory checkpoints. And so that when the vehicles reach there, we only ask the driver's name and the car number. And then we take a picture of the vehicle, and all the information on the transit vehicle is uploaded automatically into the system. And so you will not spend about 3 minutes at any of the checkpoints. And we also reduced the checkpoints. So from here to, let's say, Paga, the mandatory checkpoint is about only 4.
He said Ghana's ports are not only the preferred port of choice for landlocked countries in the sub-region, but also for some countries who have ports due to efficient systems.
What I want to say is we have a lot of transit from the Tema port
going to
Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
And it means that most importers in Côte d'Ivoire may find it cumbersome to clear their goods at Côte d'Ivoire port. And looking at our automations and the short time clearance period at the Tema port, their importers prefer to clear the goods in Tema, and then they send it to Côte d'Ivoire.
He nonetheless noted some bottlenecks that continue to impede the full flow of the transit trade.
And you realize that recent times, the national security made a swoop at the Azel load stations and arrested some of the staff of the Ghana Highways Authority for exchanging money to allowing these trucks that have overloaded to go. And you know, part of the regulation says that if someone overloads, you have to charge him.
Yeah.
And then he has to shed the goods. That is where the infractions occur. So sometimes money change hands and the vehicles are allowed to go. That is number one. Number two, in Ghana, it is against the law for you to tamper with chassis. But in Burkina and other nations, I don't know their laws about that. So they tamper with the chassis, go and elongate it so that it can carry more goods.
Right.
Peter Ofori also revealed that the authority is working closely with the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority to improve the identification of transit vehicles operating in Ghana.
Somebody import vehicle for home consumption. Before he registers his vehicle, he is given defective number plate. Yes, and then they have either DPU or something on it. Yes.
Out.
It is the same number plate that they also give to vehicles that are
meant for transit.
That are meant for transit.
Okay.
And so if I am to go on transit with that vehicle and I am moving in town anywhere I want to go, you cannot easily be identified.
Yeah.
But if we should have a different color, and then it is made known that this is the color for vehicles that are for transit.
Transit, yeah.
Because when you
are so instead of making it DV, you make it TV.
If it is DP and it is green, or it is yellow,
then you know it's for transit.
Yes, then we know that it is for transit.
He also said customs have been engaging importers on adopting containerization of cargoes due to the associated benefits.
From here to Kumasi, instead of 4 hours, now we use about 6 or 7 hours. Because the vehicles overload and they are not able to move. And they have also increased a lot of accidents on the way.
I'm coming to that.
Yes. Yeah. And then at the same time, you realize that at the port, there is a bit of congestion because they take a lot of time to load those vehicles. Yes. But if it is in containers, the moment the ship berth, you just take them and put them on the vehicles. And then, so there will be that swift movement of goods, the cargo. You see, so I think that it has its pros and cons. But gradually, what is in the system now is this, that we make sure that all hazardous goods are containerized. That one, we wouldn't compromise.
Right.
Yes. And so that one is what we are so much enforcing. And gradually we are engaging the stakeholders that this is the way to go.
So like we have just heard, diversion of transit cargo has been on a decline. We would like to urge all major stakeholders in the transit trade to continue to collaborate to enhance and secure this transit business. Let us now take a few comments that was shared by viewers of this program on this particular subject. I'm Isaac from Takrade. Please ask your guest how imported transit vehicles are handled at the port. Do they also pay overstay penalties? And can transit vehicles be auctioned? Hi Isaac, the Assistant Commissioner said if clearance procedures are not processed within the stipulated time period, it automatically goes to the uncleared cargo list. Good evening, Iron Port. My name is Nicholas Mensah from Ejeso. Thank you for this insightful program. Can your guest tell us how many checkpoints we have in Accra-Paga corridor? I recall the Vice President called for removal of most of these barriers, but they are still there. Why? Hi Nicholas, the Assistant Commissioner said, for customs it is only the 4 mandatory checkpoints that still exist on that corridor. Those were some comments. Iron Port will be back after the short break.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with GOIL Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the high seas covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
Welcome back from the break. Now some local port and maritime news follow, including the fact that the biggest book fair on a ship, that is the Logos Hope, has berthed in the Tema port.
The management of the Tema shipyard has revealed that in 2021, the company was able to surmount a deficit of $2.6 million to make a net profit of $580,000 US, despite the challenges the company has been grappling with over the past few years. The Chief Executive Officer of the Tema Shipyard, Dr. Alexander Yawedusei, indicated that the positive financial performance was as a result of prudent management.
We were able to do that with prudent management, making sure that we can control our expenditure. Basically, what I and my team did was to control our expenditure and also plug leakages in the system.
He asserted that although the positive performance did not meet the company's target, he is confident this year the target would be met.
We could not meet our targets. If we had met our targets, we would have done better than the $500,000 you are talking about. But we do assume that in 2022, with the strategic plan we've put together, with the programs we are embarking on, with a mantra, $2 million a month, if we are able to stay on course and all our workforce take ownership of that mantra and work towards it, we will be able to pick ourselves up, be able to retool, be able to get appropriate machinery that we need to be able to make more money.
These revelations emerged during the familiarization visit by the board of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to the Tema Shipyard. GPHA since 2016 absorbed the Tema Shipyard as one of its business units under the direction of government. The board chairman of GPHA, Isaac Osei, was impressed with efforts the management and staff of the Tema Shipyard are making to keep the company afloat.
And over here in Shipyard, we can see the effort which the staff are making to keep this place operational. First, we have a duty of care to make sure that we bring the shipyard back. And then secondly, we have a responsibility to the people of Ghana to make sure that this place can be operated profitably, and various ships will make this place their port of, not just the port of call, but a point where they can get their ships fixed.
The Director General of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Michael Luguje, expressed the commitment of the authority to continue to give the needed support to return the ship repair facility to prominence.
Despite the situation of the yard, you still have vessels that have confidence to still come. That tells you that if we got it refurbished and modernized, it is going to really drive a lot of traffic into Ghana, Tema Port, and also to this place. So it is a cash cow, huge potential. We are going to work hard to ensure that we move forward. Like we encourage the management, they should work hard.
In a related development, the board of directors of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority also paid a familiarization visit to the Kpong Unity Terminal. The leadership of the National Union of Seamen, Port and Allied Workers, the majority union of the Tema Shipyard, has assured that this year the union will resort to dialoguing rather than the public display of unrest. The year 2020 was characterized by many such agitations by workers towards management at the Tema Shipyard, often over welfare issues. However, that took a toll on productivity at the facility as well as the reputation of the company. With 2022 looking promising, the staff at the ship repair facility have vowed to be more measured in their approach to work closely with management to arrive at mutually beneficial solutions that would move the company in the right direction.
I assure management that this year there will not be industrial unrest. Since we are ready for dialogue, we'll continue to be dialoguing, not confrontations. We'll never do that anymore. We assured management.
We still need to sacrifice for the sake of the company and the security of our job, hoping that things will change, which at least they are listening to us, and we are working.
The union leaders assured of the continued commitment of workers to achieve the company's fortunes.
So we entitle all the workers that they need to abide by the rules and regulations of the company so that we can be able to achieve our goal. Without discipline, nothing will work in this yard.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Tema Shipyard assured of management's commitment to work closer with staff for the shared objectives of the company.
We have come to a point where we understand each other. We are not going to change the narrative, but the narrative we can change to our customers is to ensure that they understand that we have come back together as a family, and it's a shipyard family. And our goal is to ensure that we can give better turnaround once they bring their vessels to us.
The largest floating book fair, Lagos Hope, has birthed at the port of Tema on its third visit to the shores of Ghana. The Lagos Hope is opened at 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. of every day until the 28th of February, except on Mondays. At a fee of 8 Ghana cedis, the public can visit the port of Tema to purchase a variety of literature ranging from education, children and Christian on board the Lagos Hope. Speaking during the opening ceremony, Director of Lagos Hope, Randy Grebe, indicated that the book fair symbolizes a beacon of love and hope for all people around the world.
Story of love, forgiveness, reconciliation. It's just a great story. And of course, people come from different backgrounds. They have different needs, different wants in their reading. So some like storybooks, some like educational books, reading books. We have, of course, cookbooks and self-help books.
He encouraged the public to not miss the chance to experience the Lagos Hope.
We are just inviting you, and you can see many, many thousands of titles of books for every age, children, parents and grandparents.
The Lagos Hope houses 300 crew members from 60 different nationalities and has visited more than 100 countries worldwide. The 132-meter wide passenger ship was previously in Ghana in 2010 and 2016 respectively. The literature-driven outreach service has however been to Ghana 17 times over 45 years. Internationally acclaimed crisis management company LCB Worldwide Ghana Limited, in collaboration with the Ghana Union of Traders Association GUTA, has taken the fumigation of market centers in the country to the eastern regional capital, Koforidua. Thousands of shops in the city spanning 6 market centers, namely Central Market, Dramins, Zongo Market, Agatha Market and Beat Market, were fumigated on Sunday 23rd January 2022 in efforts to help quell the spread of the COVID-19. This comes on the back of a similar fumigation exercise jointly carried out by GUTA and LCB Worldwide Ghana Limited at the Bosokai Spare Parts Market in the Greater Accra region last Sunday. Outlining why the company decided to partner GUTA to embark on the Market Centers Fumigation Project, Chief Executive Officer of LCB Worldwide Ghana Limited, Karim Abu said, as part of the company's corporate social responsibility, it viewed the market centers COVID-19 prone areas due to the crowded nature. The Vice President of GUTA, Clement Boateng, underscored the importance of fumigating the market centers in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Because GUTA derives most of its members from the marketplace. That is why we have, choosing the market centers as our point of embarking on this exercise, so that we will be able to, control this pandemic for the benefit of our people, to be healthy and sound, to be able to carry out their normal business.
The Municipal Chief Executive of the New Drabin South Municipal Assembly, Honorable Isaac Apawu, on his part, expressed delight at the efforts of LCB Worldwide and GUTA to offer some relief to the traders through the fumigation exercise.
I'm happy that GUTA has also spearheaded this spraying exercise. It is fantastic. I believe it must be carried to all the regional capitals, or if possible even to the districts.
Now let's take our lenses to the international scene to check out what is happening in the global port and maritime industry.
On 15th January 2022, giant Panama-flagged container ship Eva ALP crossed the Suez Canal to its first voyage from Qingdao Port in China to the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. According to Osmar Raibi, head of Suez Canal Authority, the crossing of the 24,000 TEU container ship proved the canal's ability to receive all giant container ships with such capacity. This category of ships specializes in crossing the Suez Canal without other shipping lanes to transport trade between Europe and Asia. A new report for the Getting to Zero Coalition, an initiative for accelerating international shipping decarbonization, outlining policy measures that could close the competitiveness between fossil fuels and zero-emission alternatives in the shipping, has been launched. The report, titled Closing the Gap, was prepared by a maritime consultancy, UMAS, for the partnership between the Global Maritime Forum, Friends of Ocean Action, and the World Economic Forum. It highlights the need for zero-emission fuels to become the dominant fuel source by the 2040s in order to achieve international shipping decarbonization, and underlines the importance of the development of policies that could close the competitiveness gap and accelerate the maritime zero-emission trajectory.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goil Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the high seas, covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
It's time for the schedule of vessels that have berthed within the port, those at anchorage and those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you may need to know to clear your cargo with. That's all for today's edition of Iron Port. We hope you've been informed and educated. Remember, all that transpires here on Iron Port, every Iron Port episode will be found on our YouTube channel, Iron Port. Remember to subscribe, like, and give us feedback. Thank you for watching.